Hey, this is Dragon Feather, and I'm going to be doing a video on future working. I mentioned this in one of my other videos, and I'm going to tell you guys a little more about it. A lot of people, I actually haven't even seen one video on YouTube. I searched it on YouTube, but I haven't seen it, future working. So I guess a lot of people don't know about it or don't know what it is. But future working, there's also past working and present working, and I'll do videos on those too. And what it is that you're working with the future. So basically you're working with the mysterious, the unknown, and the hopes of manifesting something that you want. Which kind of sounds like, oh, that's like magic. Well, exactly. You're working with magic when you're doing future working as well. And a lot of people, when they do future working, past working, or present working, they use a crystal ball. And I use a crystal ball when I do it as well. But the main thing that deciphers future working from past working and present working is that you are trying to make something happen instead of trying to learn from what already has happened, or find what is going on in your life right now to, try and secrete the messages, or take the messages from what's going on in your life at the moment. And a lot of people don't really know how to do this, so I'm going to teach you guys. So if you're going to be working with a crystal ball, there's other ways. You can do meditation. If you guys have any crystals with windows on them, if you guys don't know what that is, I don't have a crystal with a window on it, but I'll tell you what it is. So you have, let's just say clear quartz, and it's at a point. If there's a square on one of the areas, that's just the way it grows. That's called a window crystal, and you can buy those from pagan stores, or online stores, or new age stores, or however that goes. So yes. Anyway, I prefer to use crystal balls because crystal balls are easier to use. I try to do future working with this guy, but it's the only time I've used him and I haven't been able to get any answers. So I tend to do meditation for future working because of this little guy is kind of stubborn. But yes. Anyway, so what you're going to do is, just like if you've seen my divination tool working crystal balls, you're going to look, see? You're going to look for a little image like that on the inside. And something that you could be looking for is a future relationship, a future disaster, or anything from the future that's already going to happen. And what you're going to try and do, if you don't like the outcome, you're going to try and do a future working, or you're going to try and work with the crystal ball or with the picture that you've seen to help you change it into a way that you think would be better for yourself, or you think would be better for everyone, or just you don't want that to happen. Let's just say you see you and your boyfriend breaking up, and you don't want that, or you and your husband getting a divorce, and you don't want that. Well then, or you and your wife, or sorry men's, and you see that happening and you don't want that to happen, well then what you would try and do is try and, in that future working, see what caused the problem, and then try and better yourself now to prevent you yelling at him, or to prevent you from nagging him too much, or to prevent the guy, from ignoring her, or to prevent him from being ignorant or arrogant, or something like that would upset them. So things like that. Or that's just one example. Another example would be to try and prevent a natural disaster. Now, you can't really prevent a natural disaster. So what you can do, because, you can try and change it with everything you got, but it's going to take a lot of energy, and if you're not experienced, instead try and figure out ways to prepare yourself. Having a first aid kit, having things that would keep you safe, like extra water, extra food, a place where you meet with your family, things like that. But that's sort of just preparing for something that's going to happen in the future. And a lot of people, when they see crystal balls, they know that because it's oh, looking into the future with the lady who goes like this. That's a form of future working, actually, except it's kind of like psychic readings, I guess, but with a crystal ball. If you guys have seen Aragon, I think the girl Angela, if you've read the books, I think she uses a crystal ball the first time they meet him. I'm not too sure, so if I get that wrong, I'm sorry, because she might also use bones as well. Which I'll do another video on bones, because I have some bones. They're really small, but I do have them. I found them from an owl pellet. So that's cool. But anyway, that's pretty much all that future working is. Some precautions when you're doing future working. When you're looking into the future, you always want to keep one foot or one part of you in the present, because you don't want to end up getting part of yourself lost in the future to where it would totally make you really kind of like a weird person in real life. So when you're doing this, I suggest keeping hematite with you and obsidian, because they're grounding stones, and keep a protection stone like smoky quartz, amethyst, or tiger's eye, or falcon's eye, or just any protective stones that you have, or a stone that you have that isn't like, you don't know the name of it, but it protects you, like you know that. And you also want to keep, if you're working with future working, there's always the possibility of death, so you want to have a candle for life and a candle for death, and a candle for the in-between. Kind of, that's what I do. I have candles for that, and I like dedicate them to life and death. So you want to take precautions if you're going to do future working. Past working and present working, not so much, but still future working is more of the mysterious, more of the unknown, and it can be frightening. Sometimes when you do future working, you can find things that will scar you for a long, long time. So please make sure that you are mentally prepared for what you could possibly see. You could see, like, you never know what you could see. You could see someone getting murdered, or you can see yourself getting married. And one's positive and one's negative, but they can both affect you in negative ways, and they can also both affect you in positive ways. So you really got to be careful. Take precautions. You can say a spell beforehand or a prayer beforehand to please give me the strength to withstand what I may see, sort of thing. So be very careful, you guys. But if you have any questions before you do this, please let me know, because I don't want you guys getting into trouble or getting taken over by a spirit or something, because no one wants that. So yeah. But until next time, blessed be, and I hope this helped. And like I said, any questions, let me know. And bye!